Okay, so could you please tell me a bit about SafetyWing and the partnerships team and how the work we did related to the overall like ARR for the company?
Yes, of course. So, as you're doing, we're creating a super security system for nomads, starting with health insurance. And so we have two products. One is for B2B, so for remote companies to offer insurance to their employees wherever they are in the world. And the other is a B2C product, and it's called Nomad Insurance, and it's a travel and medical insurance. And so our go-to-market channel is affiliation. So we're counting on having ambassadors, our affiliates, so ambassadors, share the word about SafetyWing and giving a commission out of it. The challenge with that is to find the right people to being our masters and to equip them into sharing the world about what we do. So we have different categories of masters. Some of them are bloggers, and the other one is social media. And social media is not always the same, so it's not always something that's going to stay forever, apart from YouTube. And we're working together on acquiring YouTube masters mostly.
And then like what was the position when we first started working compared to at the end of?
Yeah, so actually, when we started working together, I remember the team being very unfocused and doing like a lot of different things in all directions. Like, do you remember like we were doing with TikTok, for example? And that was when we quickly realized that TikTok was actually a terrible way to sell my insurance, because people just don't have the first, like the content perishes very quickly, and so we're just spending a lot of time acquiring people who just is not gonna be there for a long time. As we just said before. And then what we're doing with Instagram was not very focused, so we just went back to the basics and just did really, really good YouTube outreach. That helped a lot. And then we used a lot of different tools as well to scale ourselves and be able to reach more people in a personalized way. And I think just in terms of the rest, like processes as well. We were just basically throwing all the ideas what we could do every now and then ranking those ideas, and then basically drawing hypotheses. Because what was important is to of course like sign people up was very important, but then the other just as important goal was to learn every week, just so we could make it happen every week. So yeah, to do that we had to do some tests and learned, and that's what really brought us to create that sort of growth engine around affiliation. And it was great.
So like you mentioned, the problems you were trying to solve was just like scattered, no clear direction on what we were doing. Did you have any like frustrations around some things that you were trying to do, but like were clearly not working, and kind of how we, I guess, solved this?
Yeah. One thing that I remember, for example, was the tension we had between our desire to scale this program and actually closing people and doing it the right way. So when you look at the numbers, you have different levers. You have how many people are going to reach out to, how many calls, how many are going to like open it, how many are going to book a call, and then how many are going to sign up, and then further online, how much they're going to sell. And okay, so we're seeing that we were closing a lot of people every call, closing pretty much every call that we could book. They would try basically to scale it, and how to scale it is basically double, triple, quadruple the number of people that we would reach out to. It wasn't easy and very effective to do that for a few reasons. First, because of like the deliverability and reputation, and because we also realized that the people that are going to that we're going to acquire are going to represent us. The way we reach out to them is actually very important. The way we introduce ourselves to them. And then we're not closing nearly as much. And basically, one that we realized that actually you realized is that the one thing that was making people sign up was the trust they could have. And we found creative ways to do that, adding some more personal stuff into the emails. That worked really, really better. So we were basically able to unpack the problem into like smaller components, and then working on those smaller components.
Sounds great. Could you mention some of the results that we were able to achieve together? Some areas that were improved, and like what do you think was the overall ROI for like us working together?
Yeah. First, it was very fun, so that's the best ROI. No, but then so when we started, we were closing, we were like onboarding 12 masters per month on average. And by the end, so like, yeah, a bit less than a year later, we were like 40, between 38 and 40. So that's like huge, massive improvement, obviously. And what I mean, the revenue, that means like last number, that means like a 100,000 of revenue generated for SafetyWing.
Good. Were there any specific areas in the business that were improved with the work that we did together?
Yeah, so I think like the way that we work with the playbooks was really great, because that was a really good way to align people on what was working, what wasn't. For the reporting, just to verify what we had learned in the past and what we had tried didn't work. Understanding the persona better. So writing all that down basically give a better understanding of what we're doing for us first, and then for other people. And when we had to transition out, it was great to onboard someone with a playbook ready. So also in terms of improving the organization, that really improved our systems, and it made us not having to reinvent the wheel. When we hired other people.
That sounds good. How would you describe working together, and where did you think you got the most value?
It was really special. It was really great working with you, because I could trust anything. You were authentic. You were very smart. You were driven. You were autonomous. And anything that I knew I could, I think trust is really the most important word, because I could trust any insight that you were generating. I could trust any new idea that you had, because you have more context, and I would be confident that was the right call. So it was extremely easy to work with you on a purely like professional level, and it was really nice and fun, because you're a great person to work with, and we had a lot of good time. So both on the professional side, we went way beyond the numbers, definitely hit our goals, and then you're also going to work on the personal side, and to train other people. Always ready to do the extra amount to help someone, to train someone, or to help someone out who's in another team. And you cared a lot as well, because you also had a lot of ideas and things that we should do to improve. And that's something that not all everyone does. So it was great.
And then, how likely are you to recommend working with digital creatives, which is like our agency?
I'm so likely to refer you guys into promote 12 out of 10. I would recommend it to any company that I know.
Okay, awesome.